Hello and welcome to GLN's News TV. I'm Ann Smith, your virtual anchor, bringing you the latest updates on today's top stories. Nigeria has finalized repayment of its emergency loan from the IMF's rapid financing instrument as confirmed by the International Monetary Fund (IMF). However, concerns persist over allegations of mismanagement and of misuse of the funds. While the principal amount has been settled, annual charges totaling approximately $30 million interest remain unpaid. The Alliance on Surviving COVID-19 and Beyond, chaired by human rights advocate Femi, falana, has called for an urgent probe into the loan's handling. In a statement, the group urged Nigeria's Economic and Financial Crimes Commission and the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission to investigate suspected embezzlement of the funds. They also pressed the IMF board to scrutinize its management's lapse in ensuring compliance with governance safeguards during the loan's disbursement. In April 2020, amid the COVID-19 crisis, Nigeria secured $3.4 billion in emergency IMF funding, the maximum allowable under its quota to stabilize its economy, bolster healthcare systems, preserve jobs, and counter the impact of plummeting oil revenues during the loan's approval. IMF Deputy Managing Director underscored the necessity of transparency, urging public disclosure and independent audits of expenditures to guarantee proper use. Despite these directives, a delayed audit report by Nigeria's Auditor General, published in January 2024, exposed major irregularities in the loan's utilization. The findings have reignited demands for accountability over the handling of pandemic-related funds. A group of hundreds of Nigerians staged protests outside the Nigerian High Commission and the UK Home Office in London, urging the deportation of Mele, Kyari, former head of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, to undergo corruption investigations in Nigeria. The demonstrators gathered on Monday, May 12, 2025, submitting formal petitions to both institutions. The protesters displayed placards with slogans such as "Withdraw Mele Kyari's residency now," "Mele Kyari's go home and face the EFCC now," and "London is not for public officials who abused public trust." The group accused Kyari of fleeing Nigeria to evade accountability for alleged financial misconduct during his 6-year leadership at NNPCL from 2019 to 2025. In their petition to the Nigerian High Commission, the group condemned Kyari's presence in London, emphasizing that Nigeria's Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) and other anti-graft agencies had received multiple complaints regarding his tenure. They stated, "We see this as an affront to the people of Nigeria and an insult to the esteemed anti-corruption crusade of the Federal Republic of Nigeria." The petition further alleged mismanagement of funds designated for rehabilitating refineries in Warri, Kaduna and Port Harcourt, asserting that billions of dollars had unaccountably vanished into a bureaucratic abyss under Kyari's oversight. They also appealed to the UK Home Office, highlighting the global implications of sheltering individuals accused of graft. The group claimed Kyari had transferred illicit proceeds to UK banks, stating, "We have cause to believe that for Mr. Kyari to have fled to the United Kingdom, has transferred parts of the proceeds of his crimes to bank accounts in London."
We want a better Nigeria, better Hausa, better Yoruba. We want a better Nigeria. Yes!
World Bank criticizes Nigeria's NNPCL for not sending enough money after ending subsidies, calls for audit. The World Bank shared these concerns in a report released on Monday. Nigeria Development Update. It stated that, even though Nigeria stopped fuel subsidies in October 2024, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company (NNPCL) has not sent all the required money to the government's shared account (FAA). The World Bank is now asking for a detailed audit to find out why funds are missing. An Air Peace aircraft was briefly grounded after it struck a large antelope on the runway at Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja, causing disruptions to scheduled flights. The unusual incident occurred while the aircraft was taxiing for takeoff. The collision killed the antelope instantly and led to the aircraft being declared Aircraft on Ground AOG, pending thorough safety checks and clearance for further operations. Consequently, flights scheduled to be operated by the affected aircraft was disrupted. Senator Natasha appeared before a federal high court in Abuja for the hearing of a suit challenging her suspension by the Senate over allegations of misconduct. She had, in her motion, joined the National Assembly The Senate President, Godswill Akpabio and Senator Netta Amasum, Chairman of the Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Code of Conduct. As defendants, the suit has been reassigned to Justice Binta Nyaka. Senator Natasha Akpodi, in her counteraffidavit, accused the Senate President of attempting to curb her right to free speech, maintaining that her recent letter to the Senate President was never in breach of a court order, barring parties before the court from speaking with the media. Court fixes June 27 for judgment on Senator Natasha's suspension due to unexpected technical glitches. About 379,997 students from the recently concluded UTME exam will have to retake the exam. The JME registrar was seen weeping as he apologized for the technical glitches that marred the recent UTME exam. He said the board has decided that all candidates affected in 157 out of 882 centers will be contacted to retake their examinations. Rates starting Friday, the 16th of May. Let's listen to him.
While not oblivious of the fact that WAEC examinations are ongoing, we have contacted WAEC, and in an unprecedented show of solidarity, the council has graciously decided to, as much as possible, accommodate us within the WAEC time slot. You know, after JAM, UTME, we start SSCE of WAEC from 1st of May. This is their own period. After that, there will be NECO. After that, there will be NAPTEP. So there is no space between now and July to retake. So we now felt that if we speak to WAEC is just starting the practical this week, and this is the only space available for us to be accommodated between now and July. And we do not want to extend the torture beyond June and July. So we then decided unanimously that we should do what is possible to deploy the examination for the affected center on Friday, Saturday, and Monday for Lagos. But for the East, we will do whatever is possible because of Monday, because of Sunday. We will see what we can do in the Southeast for Friday and Saturday. I understand that there are three powerful expressions which contain one word, two words, or three. They are please, thank you, and I'm sorry. So I appeal to the candidates and those affected by the error of our system to accept the explanation I've given as the truth on this matter. I apologize and take full responsibility, not just in words. I want to say a big thank you to all of you, and may God bless us all.
However, critics argue that the response is rushed, pointing out that the number of affected students may be significantly higher. They are calling for a more thorough and transparent review to ensure no student is left behind, while some are asking for the resignation of the registrar.
JAM itself has set up a committee. They have invited stakeholders to look at this problem. If tomorrow is when they are sitting, I think JAM should exercise caution, restraint, be patient. It is committee that are set up for review. Listen to them and let them pinpoint to you some of the things that we can do in a holistic way for the 2025 UTME examination and for subsequent ones. I think that is what JAM should do. In any case, I've asked, why the rush? This same set of students, like 39 or 30-something thousand you want to conduct for in Saturday, Sunday, or whatever, they are writing, majority of them are writing their WAEC examination. What is the harm? If we are going to, if JAM is going to ask them to retake this exam, what is the harm in retaking it in July when they are finishing their WAEC, or in August? The centers affected are more than Lagos and the South Owerri, the South 5 zone in Owerri, the Southeast. That is just my point. Let us use a holistic approach to solving this problem this 2025 and in subsequent years. Unless you don't have faith in the committee that we, as parents, as stakeholders, are setting those people, they should be able to on our behalf, the proper representation that will help us to overcome this logjam that we have found ourselves.
That's all for today's update. If you found this story helpful or interesting, don't forget to like, share, and comment with your thoughts below. And for more breaking news and in-depth coverage, hit that subscribe button and follow us to stay informed. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.